I was thinking a lot. I was watching Mark Passio, which he talked about the true uh, uh, law of attraction, and he teaches, the true occultism, where there's alchemy and other stuff, and behind, the Matrix, film and what it really about and the coding of it. And yesterday he was talking about Satan, right? Most of the world believe in hell or heaven, and I don't believe in that for a couple of reasons. But people, when people get dive into this occult world, it can be dangerous. So what he was talking about yesterday was he don't want people to he want people to understand that they shouldn't bypass his personal experience and what he went through the becoming Satanism, whatever he was in, right? And I never knock on that, never. But to the point when people go into these occult stuff, it cloud a lot of occult stuff, whether it's elites, Illuminati, all these spiritual, metaphysical, psychic realm and other realm. It cloud your judgment to make decision for your life. So who's the true occultism? You know who's the true alchemy of this world? It's the billionaires, the millionaires, the true entrepreneurs that making it happen. You know why? Whether it's from Elon Musk to Mark Zuckerberg. You know why? Because the true occultism, the true alchemists, the true entrepreneurs, the really one that see, the one that really successful, they know something that you don't know. It's hidden within them. They embody the principle which you don't see, right? Occult mean hidden. Hidden what? From playing within each and every great athlete, great entrepreneur. There is hidden within their brain to activate their genes, to activate the potential to become great. And so yesterday he was talking about the Church of Satan. Why do Satanists worship the devil? He showed this website, and he said we don't. And this website said we don't. Satans are um, atheists. We see the universe as being indifferent to us, and so all morals and values are subjective human constructions. Our position is to be self-centered with ourself being the most important person, the God of our subjective universe. So we are sometimes said worship ourselves. Satan is a symbol of pride, liberty, and individualism, and it serves as a internal metaphorical projection of our highest personal potential. We do not believe in Satan as a being or person. So most of the world, and he was talking about how uh, Christians or other people, because it's not just the Christians that believe this, right? It's universal. Universal meaning that it's widespread. It's deep within the construct of human construct belief system. That in somewhere a person mind there's a the devil, the Satan, right? That's why they have always lores and interesting. That's why in supernatural they have all the gods and the devil and the demon, because that's what we human created them. We create them. We create God in our. See, people say that God create us in His image. What he God has since God has no has unlimited potential. So do we, right? But we make God into our image, because we have the tendency to create image into physical body, right? Just like the devil, Lucifer. Lucifer mean light barrier, right? It does not mean that he's evil. People think that he's evil. So the true people of this world, the true entrepreneur, the true business people, the true CEO, the true alchemist, right? They are like a psychologist. They understand people, how people work, how customer work. Because they have the occult knowledge within them to influence people for something better. Because you can influence somebody for bad or worse. Um, so this is the same thing as spiritual practice, where people are their subjective experience is how they see the world, right? And this what caused them to defend ideas and ideology that make no sense. But at some point, these occult knowledge, the spiritual stuff, alchemy and like, cause I know that it's out there, like crystals, and like people have crystals to heal, or how like I can't remember what it was, but people say the crystal absorbed the energy or something. I can't remember, but it was a long time ago that I remember this because I watched tons of videos of like alchemy stuff, occultism. That's way back then. But at some point, this knowledge, this occultism, because I carry the body of occultism within me. That's is how I can change the way that the spiritual law of attraction, whatever, because I have the occultism within me. And once you know a certain knowledge and then that people understand, you can change things. Once you know enough to be dangerous, you can break it and destroy it. Because I'm gonna tear down. Because all those law of attraction people better watch out. All those spiritual people better watch out because I'm gonna tear you a new asshole. That's right. I'll tear you a new asshole. And people are like, why are you being so mean? I'm not. I'm just tearing the things that cause people to, because it's great. At first, at the beginning, it's great to learn occultism and alchemy. No, see, the thing is, alchemy is great, right? I'm not knocking on that. But once people get to the fluff and stop living their life, stop building their life the way that they wanted to, then we at some point think, what is the use of occultism if we don't use it to better our life? Like, I believe alchemy, right? To transmute the energy within us and put it out to the universe, right? And we're transmuting every day with the knowledge, the people who we are interact with. We're changing, right? We have the ability to change within ourselves. That's what a true alchemist is, to change. But if we're not willing to change, that's not true alchemy. That's not true occultism. Because as you climb the ladder of success or whatever that is for you, there's realms of understanding and knowledge, a higher display. Because most of the time, these occultism, I'm not knocking on the spirit. I'm just knocking on sometime at some point this knowledge will judge. Since people who have not experienced what he experienced, these people who are learning from him, well, they cause them to not think correctly. That's why most of the spiritual entrepreneurs, spiritual teachers who teaches stuff, it very muggled down, and people, because it plays in their head and it plays the story out, and what happens is they all have the story played in their head. They're worrying about some elite, some occultism, instead of living the greatest life ever. That's why you see billionaires has opposing ideas. That's why millionaires and the great athlete, the great entrepreneurs, the great leaders, they have the ability to critically think correctly. They don't, because when you have all these fluff or knowledge, it kills your creativity. It kills your critical thinking to analyze, right? It doesn't help you to really, because these ideas doesn't move the needle for your dreams or ideas that could potential to change your idea, to change you or to disrupt you. At first, it was great, but you have to carry on with that. You, at some point, each occult knowledge is either holding us back or it's destroying your life. I love occult knowledge. Don't get me wrong. I love alchemy. I love knowing the principle of what was it? The knowledge of what was it? Wicca or something by Scott Cunningham, right? But at some point, once we know it, we must change. Once we know these principles, somewhere along the point, we must somehow let these stuff behind our back and change. Otherwise, we'll stay where we are. Because we're here to grow, and if we're not growing, we're going backwards. Because if you have so much occult knowledge it could hold you backwards. You gotta let it free. But once you build that, you build skills and you're living the occult world. You're living the occult knowledge because you embody the occult. And people think occult mean like some weird fucking secret society. Who cares about that? That has nothing to do with your life. Who cares about the elite? Sure, the elite might control your life. You might think that they control society, and who cares, right? In regular people's life, no occult, no elite is controlling them. They only control themselves. At some point, it's great to know about the universe. At some point, it's great to know about these vibration. But at some point, you better use it. That's all I got today.